Hey, boys and girls. This fraction simulation we're going to work on today, it actually has to do with mixed numbers. So that's where you have a whole number and then some fraction. And so I'll show you in the intro here. Basically, you can choose how many mixed numbers you're going to have by selecting the arrow up here at the top. So say you pick 4, right? And so you might have, 1, 2, 3, and you can decide how these are broken up too. Right now they're just wholes, but you can cut them into halves, cut them into thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, sevenths, eighths, and remember you can use different shapes too. It doesn't have to be don't have to be circles. It can be. I like the cakes; those are kind of fun. So like here, if you filled this all up, right, and you could fill it up like this. I don't know, how can you? I guess you can't fill it up. You got to do them one at a time. So here you fill up, here's 8 eighths, right? And then I also have these other little 2 eighths, right? So this is 1 whole and 2 eighths because it's one whole cake and then 2 eighths. Or it can be 10 eighths because here's 8, 9, 10. Right? So it's kind of neat. It shows you the mixed numeral, which shows the whole and the fraction. Then it also shows the improper fraction, which just shows all the parts, And so some of these are just different depending on what the question's asking you. Sometimes you just want to know the parts, You say, well, I've got 2 and 3/8 cakes. How many people can I feed? If each person gets an eighth of a cake. And well, that'd be 19 people because there's 19 eighths, right? So again, kind of a fun play around with this this tool first for a little bit. Use some different amounts, and you can kind of get a feel for how a mixed numeral relates to an improper fraction. Then when you're ready, you can go ahead and get started on the game. And again, this one is the one where I told you need the little plus sign, because like here it's 1.5, right? Well, there's only one thing here. And you're like, okay, what do I do now? If you pull up another one, it doesn't work right. You have to actually add 1 and 1/2 like that. So it's all one number. It moves together. So if you pull out another one here, it thinks that it's 2 numbers and you can't move them together. Okay. So the way you do that is you push the add button, and then you add the half like that, and then you can drag it over. Okay. There you go. So again, there's many levels on this one. See how many levels you can get to. These are mixed numerals. So a whole number and a fraction, a whole 1 and then a half, right? When it says 2 and 1/4, you're going to have 2, and then you're going to have something for a fourth. And here you can split. Remember, you can split them up like this. This changes your denominator, and you can still put the wholes like that. 2 and a fourth, right? 2 wholes and 1/4. 2 wholes and 1/4, right? Okay. All right. I'm not going to do any more of these because I want you guys to do them on your own, but see how far you can get, and hopefully this will help you kind of learn a little more about fractions. And the lab is the same on this one here, but it has the plus sign now. So you can put, okay, I want 3 wholes, right? Put 3 wholes, and then the last one I'm going to break into, let's see, eighths. That's as high as it'll go. Eighths. Okay. So then I'm going to have, how many eighths am I going to have? I'm going to have 2 eighths. So 3 wholes and 2 eighths, like that. 3 and 2 eighths, right? Okay. All right, guys. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.